is derived from only 10 sectors. And you can imagine how many sectors we have in the economy. We are only 81% is from just 10 sectors, which means that the economy itself is lopsided. When I'm talking of redesign, what I'm looking at is a situation whereby you have an economy that is properly diversified. There are so many areas of our economy that have been neglected. What is the percentage of agriculture in terms of what it is contributing to GDP? What is the percentage of industrialization that is contributing to GDP? We should not see the issue of the dollar as the all-in-all of our economy. We should engender production from within the country, whereby we have different sectors, technology, services, like I said. We need to focus on IT because the rest of the world is moving forward into the future, believing that IT is the way forward. What are we doing about that? So when you restructure your economy to the extent that it becomes competitive, and that's where what Femi said is very, very key, that we need to improve on our productivity. The reforms that we need to do now, the structural reforms we need to do to the economy must be holistic. What am I talking about? Even the fiscal side. I mean, if I want to say something to what he said about the budget, why are we having this type of delay? We had a situation where for over 4 months or 5 months or so, we were waiting for the cabinet. We had the cabinet, then we had this problem with the budget. What I'm saying is that no, the rest of the world will not wait for Nigeria. We can take all the time it takes us to restructure our economy, to do our budget, but we should be mindful of the fact that we are in a globalized economy now. And everybody is positioning itself to take the best advantage. When you are not doing anything about your budget, what about fiscal policies that should have complemented what the central bank is doing? Are we saying that the only thing we need is pseudo-fiscal policies in terms of banning items, access to foreign exchange? What about thousands of items that some of which he has mentioned, luxury items that are still finding their way into this country? Do we need them? We don't need them. So we need to structure. What I mean that redesign is that our fiscal situation must be improved upon. Right now, the fiscal authorities are lagging behind. It is only the monetary authorities that are working. That's why the whole shout in the country today is about dollar, dollar, dollar. Why? Do we operate a dollarized economy yet? No. We still have a Naira economy. And everybody's shouting about the dollar. You know why that is so? What is really happening in the economy? The states are locked in debts. There's no fiscal sustainability. So we have a situation where everybody is just doing what he likes. There is no vision. There is no overarching vision for the country and the way to go. Maybe that is what is being confused with saying that the problem with the government. What we are saying is that the Naira, the dollar gaining ascendancy over the Naira and the Naira falling right now is an issue. But it must not becloud our sense to the fact that we need to manage this economy effectively. And I will not go back too far. I have just sketched the fact that, okay, this problem had started long ago. But in the last 7-8 months, what we need to do is that we need to complement what the central bank people are doing. The only people you hear about the Naira dollar thing is the central bank. Because we don't have a budget now. Fiscal policies are not in place. What about our tax policies? We have a situation where some people are saying, okay, VAT has to go up. Must it go up? Can we widen the net for VAT? How many people are paying VAT right now? These are issues. The tariffs that should be imposed on some of these items, are they there? What about our institutions? People are afraid of a free economy the way it is because we don't have strong institutions and structures. The police, the customs, the immigration, all these people have to do with the kind of things that enter our country. For example, I watched a video presented by Ben Bruce when he was talking about the kind of lifestyle that our elites undertake. This issue of Naira dollar thing is an elitist issue. Over 90% of Nigerians are not even benefiting from dollar. And you find out that this dollar that comes into this country today is not anybody's dollar. It is public dollar. That is why the central bank has a duty to ensure that it is not spent anyhow. Those who are comparing us with other countries in the world and are calling for devaluation have not looked at that. The fact that the dollar they earn all over the world is from all agents in the economy. Individuals, enterprises, companies, they export products and they bring in dollar. But in Nigeria, it is this our God-given natural resource that all of us are relying on for the supply of dollar. And who are the people benefiting from it? The real people that are benefiting from it are the consumers of luxuries. Those who want to travel 10 times in a year. Those who want to live it up. as they call it. The truth of the matter is that Nigeria is still a very, very poor country. The fact of the matter is that the fact that we had oil money had already, created a situation where we felt we have gone far, that we had all the money. When we should have spent it to diversify, to improve on our infrastructure and all of that, we didn't do it. Unfortunately, the government that is in place now is now having, because that is one thing about government. Once you contest election and you come in, you inherit liabilities and assets, and nobody asks you what is the state of your balance sheet. So the debts that we have incurred in foreign currencies have to be provided for. Those are the things that central bank is doing. We must continue to service those debts, but we must make sure that we get our economy against speculators, hedge funders, and other speculators. They have no good motive for Nigeria. A lot of people have been talking about the conspiracy theory. I don't have any reason to disagree with it, but it has not been sufficiently proven. What has been proven is that Nigeria is a monoproduct economy. It consumes a lot, it imports a lot, it does not export, therefore devaluation will not work as of now. What the central bank is doing, I believe they are still on the right path. In the short run, but in the long run, the solution to Nigeria's problem is a redesign of the economy to serve the interest of the majority of the people, to ensure that our entrepreneurs are given the opportunity. Our youths are also given the opportunity to go into IT, and then we support them.
All right.
Because and then, on a final note, we have over-concentrated on the federal government.
Okay.
There are 37 economies in this country, if I have to put it that way. We have the federal government economy. Each of the states maintain an economic in their domain. What are they doing?
Have their own economy
so what are they doing? And they collect money from Abuja.
Okay, so Lisa, we're almost out of time.
Yeah, one major factor that has been keeping us down, and it's a recurring factor, this issue of corruption. Because even now, that only we have items that are bad. The items that are more bad, that they should allocate for exchange. Even if you have approached banks, they will not answer you. When you get the list of Western Union money transfer, when you get there in the morning, they will tell you the supply of the day has not been received. If you get there in the afternoon, they will tell you it has exhausted. So there must be a reorientation in our attitude. Our attitude is very, very key to this success. You can't believe it. A lot of hotels in Nigeria are collecting dollars. Go to Lome, Togo, go to Cotonou, go to Uganda. You must change your dollars into their local currency to pay. But in Nigeria, you see schools. There are schools in Nigeria that are collecting dollars. So all these put pressure on the dollar Naira rate. So that is one of the things we have to deal with.
All right, Mr. We have to go. Understand we're out of time. I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, Mr. Kola Ogunle, development economist. Thank you for coming. Mr. Sam Olisa, economist and banker. Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much.
We'll be looking at the state of the Naira against the world currencies and what's been going on. We have several tweets here. Let me see if I can just take one or two. Temi Dayo Joe says the Naira will appreciate if the federal government and states diversify in production. I am So Pulichi says, free fall of the Naira, constant light in Nigeria is the only solution for Nigeria to be a producing nation. Thank you so much for letting us be a part of your day. Bye-bye.